Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the darts class. Today I'm going to talk to you about Super League stats. So the new Super League season has started or is just starting for most people, and I'm just going to have a look back at how I did last year. For anyone who follows the channel closely will know I never profess to be an amazing player. I'm not going to be somebody who's hitting 27, 28, 29 averages week in, week out in Super League, but I do pride myself on my consistency. And I would say that this came to bear fruit throughout the last season of Super League. Now I play in the Devon Premier League Super League, and our team finished bottom of the Premier League last year. However, due to one team being cut adrift, losing all their games and dropping out, we weren't relegated because they felt that would be a punishment for us for staying in the league. But despite finishing bottom, we did have some good performances throughout the year, but we're going to have a dive down and look at my stats and see how I did throughout the season. Super League is made up of 9-person teams, and as you can see here, throughout the course of the year, we only used 13 players in our team. Now I'm taking a look here at the screen as I do this, so let's walk through exactly what statistics we can pull out. So if we start ranking it by the amount of legs won throughout the season, you can see I actually finished quite high up. I did miss a couple of games, I only played 8. But if we look at the amount of legs that I won, which was 25, and I lost 18 over the course of the season, it actually equated to a win percentage of 58.14%. And that put me joint top with our now captain of Super League and county player Stephen Boyce. A look a little further across in these statistics will show that I actually ended up with the highest win rate from anyone in our team. So there I sit on top with a 75% win rate. I won 6 out of my 8 games throughout the year. However, this is a demonstration about how averages aren't always everything. Hitting your doubles is always the most important thing in darts. If we rank through my yearly average, which was 22.64 here, we can see that I finished 4th in our team. It shows that there are other players in the team that are far more capable than I am, can hit big scores and really play well on their day. However, the thing I pride myself most on is cleaning up the ends of legs from about 170 down. Making sure I do that in around 6 darts, and being clinical with my doubles allows me to take out legs that other people might struggle on. So although I'm not the biggest scorer in the team, I make sure I take my shots out and I finished with the biggest win percentage. That's also reflected on the scoring. I can hit the odd 180 and I can hit tons and ton 40s like most people, but you can see there I am way down the rankings with the amount of total tons scored through the season. Now this might be slightly skewed by the way that the Super League stats are reported. If I've blocked the treble 20 bed, I don't stick there at all. I hit an awful lot of 97s, 96s, 93s, those sorts of scores where I'm just going for another big treble. Now, those scores don't appear in these statistics. However, that being said, I am still a long way behind a lot of my teammates in this list, with only 56 ton plus scores hitting throughout the season, whereas the top score is 77. You can see the statistic next to it, 1.3, is how many tons on average I hit per leg. But like Bobby George always says, scoring is for show, doubles is for dough. And this next category is where I really pulled myself up the county rankings. So you can see there I sit on top with the highest checkout of the year in our team. It was in our final game, and it was to go from 2-all to 3-2 up in a race to 4 against one of the better players in the county. It was a really clutch position in the game. He needed 60 left when he came back, so I had to take it out, and I popped out that 157. And you'll see in the column next to that I had 4 ton plus checkouts throughout the season. Now this isn't a slate at all on anyone in our team. I consider myself to be one of the weaker members of the team, but more than anything it's a demonstration on how the clinical part of your game must be finishing, and how that can pop up your average and also boost you up the county rankings, as we're about to see. So if we look at this document here, this shows us the county rankings for our county's Premier League Super League in the last season. Out of 107 players to play in the Premier League last year, I finished 20th in the county. And one thing you'll see from my average versus my running average compared to a lot of the players who are in this top 25 is that my actual scoring average is significantly lower than a lot of them. This again indicates that my double hitting had to be particularly good last season to compete with the county's best. And a quick look down at the top 20 or 25, there's some familiar names there that some of you might have heard of. So at the very top there's Paul Milford, he's an England international and just about the best player in the county. John Mann is second there, and he actually qualified through the final year of the BDO to the World Masters TV round, so I think that was the last 32, so that was shown on Eurosport. So he's a really consistent player, and he goes to Q School most years. Really good player, always up there, 28, 29, 30 averages. And just to scan down at some of the other names there, Lewis Dare got to the final round of Q School this year, really talented young player. There's Owen Bates there, the master, who many of you will have seen lately. He actually got to the PDC Development Tour final of one of the events earlier in the year. Really, really good player. We keep going down. Alex Clyburn is in there. He's a Challenge Tour player. Chris Mason, yep, that is the Chris Mason. He didn't play many games, so you can see he had a really good average, but because he didn't play many, his rolling average didn't put him as high in the table as he would. Then a lot of county players in and around that top 20 as well. So 19 players finished above me in the county rankings. I played 8 games this season, and I played 4 of those players ranked above me. The 2 that I lost was against Owen the Master Bates, and the second game I lost, which was actually the first game of the season, was against Danny Allen, who just finished there 1 place above me in the rankings. But I also beat 2 players ranked above me as well. So I beat Mike Pearce, who finished the year in 9th, and Scott Cook, who finished in 8th. Now that suggests to me that anyone who I should have beat, I did manage to beat, and those that were supposed better players than me, I either beat them or they rightfully beat me as they outranked me through the end of the season. I was really pleased with how the season went results-wise, scoring-wise. It could have been better and I could have had a better average, but I would absolutely take that again this year if I had the chance. A 75% win rate would be amazing. Anyway, if you've watched this far, please like and subscribe. You can go and watch some of my match vlogs where you'll see how I got on in Super League last year, and by the time you see this, there should be one vlog already from this year's Super League up and ready for you to watch. Let me know how you got on last year in your Super League and what your hopes and aspirations are for this year. If you've already started, let me know how you've started the season. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on the Darts Class.